So I was flying back with the RG actually, and when I was doing it, I looked over here, and lo and behold, if I can center him, there's a level 120 male Therizinosaurus. I don't know what to call them. Typically call them the Angry Birds, or sometimes some friends call him the Tickle Chicken because he's got some long fingers that he just tickles you with. But this guy is kind of cool. He's a level 120. Wait, what's this guy over here? What level is he? Level 20. Nothing.
Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. This is Zenix, and we're starting off this episode with a bang. We just found an Angry Bird. We're gonna get it. We're gonna bring it and put it into the taming pen so that we can get it going. Man, we've got a cool episode. We've got a couple of tames for you today and a little bit of crafting. It's gonna be so much fun. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get to it.
And I'm hoping the Quets can just pick him up. And if the Quets can pick him up, then we're just going to drop him in that taming pen over there, knock him out, and just tame him. So let's see if this is going to work out how I want. Oh, the Quets can get him. The Quets can definitely get him. Okay. Awesome. That is fantastic news. So the goal here is to drop him in my tiny taming pen. And this just reminds me again that I need a bigger taming pen over close to the base. Did he go in? Oh, he's in there. Perfect. I didn't even think I made that. Awesome. Alright, so he's stuck in there for a sec. So the reason I want to use the shock darts is because this guy would take a lot of darts otherwise. And we have them, so might as well use them. So I'm going to put my gun down there, make sure that it's loaded with the darts, the right darts. And let's see if we can knock him out. Come here, little angry bird. Oh, he's angry now. He's super angry. And stuck, too. Uh-oh. Oh, he's so angry. He's trying to break down the wall. Should be going out pretty soon, I hope. Come on, get knocked out, man. There he goes. Knocked out. Level 120. We should have plenty of time. And it's going to take a lot of these. It's going to take me 3 hours to tame this guy. I'm not going to make you guys sit through a 3-hour episode of just me taming him. Huh. Unless that's something y'all guys want. Just kidding. That would be like the most boring episode ever. So, I'm going to babysit him. Probably going to wait a while. Well, Metro berries are cheap. So I think I'll just go ahead and put them on him and let him just tame up naturally over 3 hours and not just starve him out or wait anything like that. Typically, the only reason I would ever starve out dinos or that I wait until the end to put in the kibble is because the kibble is expensive, and if for whatever reason the tame wakes up in the middle of it, then you've just wasted part of that kibble if you've left it on it at the beginning. So the berries, they're super cheap. I've got tons of them. I can quickly get more. And so I'm just going to leave him on him and should be good. One thing I will not do though is I do not want to leave all the narcotics on him. I'll leave a stack probably at a time, just to make sure that there's some on him if I need to come back and quickly throw some narcotics on him, and then we'll just let him tame up. And it's already gone through like maybe 10-15% of his torpidity, so yeah, he's gonna drop fairly quickly. I need to keep an eye on him, but we'll get him tamed. Guys, I want to tame a Bronto. This guy is hanging out over here. He got beaten up by something. He's a little bit bloody, but he's okay. Male level 95 Bronto. So, Brontos take turtle eggs. And I happen to have a pair of turtles. And I happen to have 20 some odd eggs to make Kibble, so we should be able to tame it with Kibble. If not, the rest of it can just be with berries. It's fine. But we're kind of not exactly close to base. Our base is that way towards that mountain, just on the other side of that mountain. Which means we could knock him out here, but it's going to take so many arrows that I think we can actually lead him to our base, or at least try to. So it's going to take like 80 some odd arrows of me shooting this guy. And so I'm thinking they're pretty slow. So if I can just shoot him, he'll follow me back to the base. Or at least that's the plan. And if not, then we'll knock him out wherever he gets knocked out. But, I mean, this is a fairly safe place, except for the pegos that just want to come steal all your stuff. I hate those pegos. Those intrudons are the worst. They are the absolute worst. So I have a bunch of trank arrows. I had a bunch on Mav, and I had a few myself, so I have a bunch. And I don't have the Kibble with me, but if we can lead him back closer to base, we should be able to make it up. And so I'm gonna shoot him, or try to shoot him, because sometimes my aim is bad. And we're gonna see if we can lead this fella back to base. Now Brontos hurt. When they swing at you, they can hurt, so I don't want him to be able to take a swing at me. And if it takes a while, that's okay, because I kind of want to lead him back to the base anyway. So I think I'm just gonna fly along this way, see if I can get a few shots in over here. Uh-oh. Got a compy that's... Oh, Mav took care of it. Good old Mav. Hey, can you take care of that too for me, Mav, please? Can you take care of that? Please. I hate those stupid birds that steal stuff from you. There. I'll just tell Mav to go kill it. Good job, Mav. That's the beauty of whistle attack this target, which is the period key on the PC. Is that you can whistle your dinos that are around you to go attack a very specific target, which is cool. It changes their behavior setting to, I think, attack my target, but it gets the job done. Oh man, he's mad. You know what? I think I'm just going to cross the river here and make him cross too. I'm just going to run away. Excuse me, Mav, please don't get stuck. Mav, don't get stuck. Uh-oh. Mav, I think, definitely got stuck. Oh, maybe Mav's not stuck anymore. Please, 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 don't attack it. Don't attack it. Alright, so I whistled it whistled Mav passive. Apparently it thought that we were going to attack the Bronto, which we're not. Is the Bronto already running from us? I haven't shot it enough times for it to run from us. Okay. Man, the Bronto's already running from us. We have not shot it nearly enough times for it to be scared of us yet. And we made a lot of progress getting closer to the base, and now it's running away. Wow. That did not take nearly as many arrows as I thought it was going to take. Maybe it's because we have a Mastercraft crossbow and I wasn't taking that into account. Wow. Okay. Well, not really expecting to knock him out over here on this side. I was hoping to get him closer to the base, but that should be fine. I think what we're going to do is we'll just make a quick pass of the area, make sure nothing bad is around, and then we'll just go cook up the kibble and come back and just hope that he's still there and nothing has attacked him while we were away.
Checking in with the angry chicken, angry bird, Tickle Chicken. Still doing alright. So you notice his torpidity is about, what is that, 60%. It does fall fairly, well, not as quick as a lot of the things that we've tamed before. But, you know, when it's full torpidity, it drops in about 12 to 15 minutes all the way. So keeping an eye on it. It takes, I don't know, roughly 100 or so to fill up the torpidity completely. And during that process, it takes much longer than 15 minutes because it takes a while to fill up the torpidity, and then you've got the 10 to 15 minutes or so for it to drop back down. So it really hasn't been that tedious of a tame, specifically, particularly because we have him enclosed in a taming pen, enclosed in our base. So I'm not really worried about him getting eaten. So yeah, it's going well. It's just slow. We are at 25%. It hadn't even been an hour yet, so it's gonna be about 3 hours, and I'm already tired of this.
So, since we need to cook up some kibble for the Bronto, I thought it'd be a prime time to demonstrate how the industrial cooker works. So number one, for any kibble you need fiber and mejoberries, which we may have enough. Here, let's just grab an extra stack of mejoberries, or part of a stack. Throw it in there. You need an egg, you need some kind of vegetable, you need some kind of meat. A lot of times that is jerky. And for the industrial cooker, in order to get it started, you actually have to put gasoline into it. So, with the egg, the vegetable, the meat, the mejoberry, the fiber, you turn this guy on, and you get kibble. And it's almost insta-kibble. It just creates the kibble so fast. And if you remember from our previous episodes where we were cooking kibble, is each one took like 20 or 30 seconds to cook. And you had to keep refilling the water canteens in the regular cooking pot because it needs water to cook. But with this industrial cooker, we have supplied water to it with our nice, fancy, awesome water irrigation system. And we just turn it on with the gasoline, it cooks for a while, and it cooks all our kibble super quick. So we're gonna cook up 25 kibble in probably, what, under a minute? I don't know. You guys keep time and you tell me. But this is so much better than the cooking pot. And just like that, we're done. awesome. So I just wanted to craft up a Angry Bird saddle. Takes up 160 fiber, 285 hide, 55 metal ingots, and then 120 wood. Get that crafting up. And also wanted a Bronto saddle. Just need a little bit more hide, which I brought over. Gonna go ahead and craft it up as well. So there's the Angry Bird saddle and the Bronto saddle. Okay, we're getting back from cooking up the kibble. So far, looks like the Bronto is doing okay. And it's not been long enough for him to tame out, I don't think. But it's getting close. So we should be able to do it here pretty soon. Just checking the area for some baddies. We got a Dillo that's looking a little vicious. Just go ahead and kill that guy off. He should be just about ready to tame up. Let's see, he should take 24 kibble. We went ahead and cooked up 25. I'm just going to throw 24 on him. Taming effectiveness 100% plus 47 levels for a level 95. That's pretty good. And hopefully he'll just tame up here pretty quick. Watch that taming bar go click, click, click. Yeah, that's why that's not my profession. Singing or rapping, because to be honest, if that was my attempt at rapping, which I will not truly admit, then that's just sad because it was so terrible. Here goes, just a few more bites, and of course it starts raining. Sweet, we have ourselves a Bronto. We're going to call him Tail Whip because he has a nasty tail whip. Gonna go ahead and put him onto neutral. And I already built a saddle for a Bronto, but I forgot it and left it back at the base. So he's just going to follow us back home. We'll go get that saddle. To be honest, he's probably quicker running by himself than he is if I was riding him. Sometimes that is often the case with the dinos, is that they run faster when they are on their own than they do when you are riding them. Don't ask me why. It just happens that way. We're gonna make a slow trek back to the base. So we're checking back in with the Angry Bird. About 73% complete on the Tame. Its torpidity is at 5,400. About, I don't know, 60 to 75% left of the torpidity. Still got a few more minutes before I need to pump it back up. But we're just checking in. I am so ready for this Tame to be over. It's been a long journey. 95% tamed. Working on finishing it out. It's been so long just waiting on this thing to finally tame. I've been pumping it full of narcotics about every 15 to 20 minutes. And it feels like it's been quicker than that, like every few minutes rather than every 20 minutes. But just pumped up the narcotics a little bit more, so you'll see that unconscious bar gradually rise, and hopefully you'll see that taming percentage rise quickly as well. 95%, gonna take a little bit longer, but we're almost there. Should be one more bite. 99.7%. Please ignore the fact that that taming effectiveness has gone to 85%. I may or may not have accidentally shot him with a crossbow. And don't ask me how I did it. It happened, and I feel bad. But after waiting for this thing for so long, I'm not gonna wake it back up and go through this whole process again to get 10% more taming effectiveness. It is not worth it to me. Even if this was a level 150, probably still would not be worth it to me. So I'm just gonna live with the fact that I accidentally shot it, and that's my bad. And it's still gonna be a cool angry bird. So hopefully you'll have one more bite here pretty quick. Yes! Finally! It took forever! Angry bird. Yes, sir. Alright. So, first off, set him to neutral. Go ahead and get him to unfollow. The cool thing about these guys is that they have harvesting levels. So you can view their harvesting levels, and you can do delicate and power harvesting, and I forget which ones they do. But before we get there, let's put on a saddle and let's ride our angry bird a little bit. So these guys can collect and gather a ton, like different types of resources. So if I do a right click, maybe right click gathers fiber from plants, which is cool. I needed a fiber gatherer instead of using the good old sickle. So just gathering from our front yard over 1,000 fiber, which is cool. I think the SWAT doesn't gather berries. I thought it might, but it doesn't. So basically, wait, what did that do? How did I do that? I'm not sure. I saw berries pop up. I just don't know how I gathered them. It was accidental. Please shut the gate. Thank you. So left is not gathering berries like I thought it might. The right click definitely gets the fiber. It also will gather meat, I believe, from dead carcasses. And left click gathers wood and thatch. Much more wood than thatch. So probably not an effective thatch gatherer. He only got 1.5 stacks and all that, but he got a decent amount of wood. However, we have the mammoth and the beaver to worry about our wood gathering needs, so probably not going to use them for that. I'm not even sure what I'm going to level on him yet. We'll leave him as is for now. May end up leveling melee possibly for the gathering ability. Or who knows, maybe a little bit of health or speed. I'm not even really sure. I haven't used these guys a ton. I would like to find something to kill though. I want to see how good it behaves in the battles. It is kind of slow, used up not too much stamina, so it seems like it could run for a while. And what is this? Level 10 trike. Should be easy-ish prey. Seems to be doing pretty good damage to it. Left click gathered a bunch of hide, meat, and keratin, which is cool. Let's try this guy.
This one seems to go down even faster. Oh well, it was level 5, that's why. Alright, let's take on a pack of carnivores. Dillos and raptors. Seems to be handling himself pretty well. I think it gathers different stuff on the bugs based on which click I use. If I use the left click or the right click. Let's just see if we can test it out once we get these guys killed. Please kill the bug. That last bug was kind of annoying. Okay, got those. I want to find one of these bug carcasses. Here we go. Here's one. This is going to be a left click, meat and chitin. Okay. And then this one is right click, meat and chitin as well. Didn't really notice a difference in the count. Seemed pretty much the same. There might be a difference. I don't know if there actually is. Oh, okay. The C key, letter C, is how I gathered berries earlier. Apparently that's a separate attack, like a headbutt. Chomping with the beak. Oops. And X doesn't do anything. Cool. So I'll probably end up using this guy mostly to gather fiber. He's already weighed down with stuff. Mostly wood. But you can see he was able to gather quite a bit of meat just from those kills that we had. And then tons and tons of fiber, which is what I need him for. And, you know, can gather his own berries with the C key. Didn't seem like he was gathering a lot. But that's where these harvesting skills, the harvesting abilities come into play. Is that you can level him in either the delicate or the power. And depending on which one you choose, he's better at gathering that kind of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is opt for whichever one of those will get me more fiber. And get me more fiber quicker. Because fiber's good, and that's mostly what I need this guy for. I have Brontos to gather berries and thatch. I have a mammoth to gather a bunch of wood. And then of course Rexes and the RGs to gather bunches and bunches of meat. And the Thyla for chitin stuff to go just chitin cave diving. So I think for the most part I'm going to be using him to gather the fibers. We'll see if that is what I stick to. I think it will be, but for now I think this guy is kind of cool. And now we have a high level Angry Bird.
At the tail end of that clip, you actually got a glimpse of Betty the Bronto. While I was taming up the Angry Bird, there just so happened to be another Bronto, a female Bronto, level 80, just up the hill from the base. So I knocked it out, tamed her up, and we just didn't have time to fit the full tame into the episode. So here's a couple of clips of us taming her, collecting some berries on the way home, and bringing her home to her new mate, Tail Whip. And now we have a pair of Brontos, so we're going to be collecting Bronto eggs, which are cool. We can use them for saber tooths and maybe a couple other things. I forget exactly what that Kibble's used for, but it's nice to have a pair of Brontos. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It was so much fun taming an Angry Bird with you guys. It was fun getting a pair of Brontos. And if you like this episode, be sure to throw a thumbs up down below. Throw a comment down there while you're at it. Just say hello. Tell me what you like about these episodes. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.